The purpose of this video is to talk about the column headings on the Details tab. The first few columns are again part of our account code. So we have the fund, the purpose, the program, also known as the PRC, our object, location, and user 1 and user 2. Then we have the date. This is our transaction date, and notice we have it sorted by default in date order first, current first. So this will be listed as your most current transaction first when you refresh your data. The next thing that will show up is typically a vendor name and any comments about that particular vendor, your vendor number, the journal type, accounts payable, purchase order, or a budget transaction. The next two columns, N and O, will be displayed if you're a Sartox customer, and if you're a Link customer, will not be displayed. The transaction type for Sartox customers are these, which is AJ, BB, CN for cancellation, IN for invoice, and PO for purchase order. The transaction number is a sequential number transaction to help track auditing in SunPack. The next column heading is your invoice number. And then we have purchase order or requisition number, and then your check or deposit number. And then a column called your type. And this will either be a B, E, or T, standing for a budget, an encumbrance, or a transaction, which are the next three columns. So just to show, if I was filtering on my transactions, my T transactions, typically those all have a check associated with that. So I can quickly see which checks have been written looking at my T transactions. So as I'm doing this and I'm filtering on my T transactions, if I do have a 0 here at the beginning of my list and I'm looking at a very current date, then that means the check just has not been processed in accounts payable yet. I can do the same thing and filter for my encumbrances and my B for budget as well. And then I'm looking at my transactions. Here's the month that it occurred, so I can then filter on which month it is. If I filter on 7, that in fact is July. And then the last column is the MBE code. If I want to, I can do some show and hide. There's only one here, and that's really for SunPack to show and hide a batch number. So you won't see that if you're a Link customer, but there is a show hide batch number right there. Thank you for watching.